Let's unpack a massive, high-stakes business decision. Imagine this. What do you do when you're the absolute best in the world at something, but your own success is about to bring everything to a screeching halt? Well, that's the exact dilemma facing Dubai's airport right now.
To really get the scale of this, just look at this number, 92.3 million. That's how many passengers Dubai International handled in a single year. That's a record. To put that into perspective, it's like the entire population of Germany passing through their gates. It's made them the busiest international airport on Earth for 10 years straight. An unbelievable success story. But here's the twist. That incredible success has created a huge crisis. The airport is, and I mean this literally, running out of space. They are about to hit a physical wall that no amount of profit or clever planning can just wish away.
And this brings us right to the heart of their problem. They've become what you might call a landlocked giant. It's a classic case of being a victim of your own incredible success. Let's break down exactly what that means for Dubai. So here's the core issue. Dubai International, or DXB, is completely boxed in by the very city that it helped grow. There is absolutely no room to build another runway, no space for another terminal. Its physical growth has hit a dead end. Now you might think, okay, that's a problem for the airport. But no, this is a problem for all of Dubai. The aviation sector is the city's economic engine. We're talking a staggering 27% of its entire GDP. If that engine can't grow, the whole economy starts to slow down. The stakes here are just massive. Okay, so you're cornered. What do? Well, Dubai Airports came up with a really brilliant and layered strategy. It's not just one magic bullet, it's a three-pronged attack on the problem, which is what makes this such a fascinating case study to look at. So here's their game plan. First, squeeze every last drop of efficiency out of the airport you already have using technology. Second, perfect every little part of the day-to-day operation, so there are no bottlenecks. And third, the really big one, build a brand new future somewhere else. Their philosophy behind that first step can be boiled down to this one simple phrase: throughput over footprint. In other words, if you can't make your physical space bigger, you have to get way, way better at moving more people through it faster. It's all about working smarter, not bigger. So how do they actually do that? Well, they built a digital twin of the airport. It's a virtual model that uses real-time data to predict how crowds will move. Then they use things like biometrics smart gates to get people through the choke points faster. And the results are just wow. Get this, 99.2% of passengers wait less than 5 minutes at security. They're basically creating more space using data. The second strategy is all about sweating the small stuff. In an airport this crowded, one tiny failure can have a massive domino effect. Think about it. A bathroom is out of service, so passengers get rerouted, creating a jam that backs up a whole terminal. So they use sensors to predict when a washroom needs service, and they've upgraded their baggage system to be almost perfect. That 99.45% success rate is so important when most of your passengers are just connecting to another flight. And that brings us to the third, and by far the biggest part of this plan. This is not a short-term fix. No, this is the ultimate long game, a massive, decades-long bet on the future of Dubai. $35 billion. Just let that number sink in. That's the price tag for their final solution, expanding the new Al Maktoum International Airport, also known as WDC. It's an almost mind-boggling amount of money, and it just shows you how seriously they're taking this threat to their growth. So what does $35 billion get you? Well, here's why they're spending it. The current airport, DXB, maxes out at about 120 million passengers. The new airport, DWC, is being built to handle more than double that, 260 million. And it's going to be 5 times the physical size. They are just building for next year. They are building for the next 50 years. And this really puts the whole strategic decision in perspective. The upside is huge. This massive investment stops their main airport from becoming a relic, and it secures Dubai's economic future for generations. But the downside, the pain point, it's also huge. It means they have to run 2 giant airport hubs at the same time for at least a decade. The complexity of that is just immense. Which brings us to the final question. You know, the kind of question that comes up in the boardroom when a decision of this size is on the table. We've seen the problem, we know what's at stake, and we've walked through their 3-part strategy. So now, what's the call? So, here's the bottom line. Is this $35 billion gamble a brilliant, forward-thinking move to lock in global dominance for the next half-century, or does that incredibly complex decade of transition create a huge, risky opening for their rivals? I mean, competitors in Doha and Riyadh are not just sitting around, they're also pouring billions into their own massive hubs. Could they use this period of complexity to steal away critical market share? What would you do? What do you think?